going over try or while loops, and then got this really good explanation of the try statement. So I wanted to go over that because I'm right now going through how to create an optimal loop for a program where I'm going to have the user input coordinate information for a destination and two-dimensional plane, and using that from their original position of 0, 0, we're going to calculate their travel. So I want to do this as neatly as possible, right? We want to have beautiful code. So what I'm going to start out doing is I want to do a while loop. And in my head, originally I have it pictured that this while loop is going to have infinite iterations until it completes my intended task for it, which will be a sample subtraction problem for each coordinate based on current position to determine its distance. And its current position is going to be a changing variable depending on the result of the calculation. So it's going to keep resetting itself to this new value, and it's going to keep running. So ideally, this whole project should be one loop, and then the exception at the end says, congratulations, you have arrived at your destination, right? Seems simple enough. Now, when I get to this, I got a good little explanation of the try I wanted to go over with you guys. So, the try is quite literally what it's saying, telling the computer to try the following. And it's executed. So that next line after the colon, do this thing. In this case here, it's got the integer input request. Please answer a number. All right. So this break, I have to confirm what it means, but it seems like it's a separation keyword for the loop, so that what happens next, it knows where to send it to, what chunk to send it to. But then this next part here, it says, if no exception occurs, the except clause is skipped and execution of the try statement is finished. So it'll do this. If you have no syntactic errors, it will skip this and go to, it'll skip this and go to the next line, which may be a print statement, which may be another function, something like that. Essentially passes it down the assembly line. However, if an exception occurs during execution of the try clause, the rest of the clause is skipped. Then, yes, okay. So as soon as it hits an error here in gathering information, however much stuff is between try and break, it stops. It skips the clause and goes to this except section to find out what to do. It says, I need instructions. I need information right now. It, like in Bug's Life, when the ant stops, when the leaf drops in front of him, he doesn't go around, he doesn't figure it out, he's like, I'm stuck. So that's what it does. It goes to the FAQ, it goes to the librarian of answers. If its type matches the exception named after the except keyword, the except clause is executed. And then it's like you go to the library and you're reading and you're looking for the book with your name on it. You went, the exception went, and it saw that it was a value error. If the result was that it was a value error here, it says, okay, I'm going to do what it says in this book. And this book says print, oops, there was no valid number, try again. So here, the except clause is executed, and then execution continues after the try statement. So it goes immediately after this to this point right here. If an exception occurs which does not match the exception named in the except clause, it is passed on to outer try statements. If no handler is found, it is an unhandled exception and execution stops with a message as shown above. So, it's one of these guys. These are one of the exceptions it shows. One of these red line ones where it causes you, it says that there's some critical portion that hasn't been handled. Yeah, so I thought that was a really good explanation. I just wanted to share it with you guys. I'm going to go back to the regular stream now, but I hope you enjoyed that. Alright.